Every filmmaker has their origin story. This one is mine. My name is David Carroll, and I'm pursuing a career as a filmmaker and documentary storyteller. My long-term goal is to build a media empire and network that explores social issues, sciences, narrative films, and documentaries. Growing up through the 90s, pop culture was heavily influenced in science, imagination, and exploration. Movies and video games were not just entertainment, they were immersive ways to tell stories, in my opinion. During those early years, I discovered that creative writing and storytelling were the things that I naturally love to do as a creative. And as Robert Greene discusses, that as a child, we have a kind of intuitive intelligence that allows us to see the world more creatively, but it's often becomes suppressed as we gain more information. That idea resonated with me because storytelling is something that I naturally wanted to do. As I grew older, however, I began to follow life's paths and were influenced by the expectations of others' passions rather than my own. So naturally, I followed the path that everybody wanted me to of playing basketball. I worked hard and eventually realized that basketball wasn't my true passion. Now, this experience reflects on another concept of mastery Greene discusses, the idea of false paths. A false path is generally something we're attracted to for the wrong reasons, such as money, attention, or the desire to please others. In many ways, pursuing sports and later joining the military were paths that helped me develop discipline and instilled a lot of personal characteristics in me, but it wasn't what my calling was to do. After leaving the military, I began exploring creative projects again and eventually started my own clothing brand. While building that brand, I realized that I had ideas and messages that I wanted to communicate through my clothing brand, but I didn't know how to tell my brand story. And that realization led me to enroll at Full Sail University and pursue a degree in digital cinematography so I can tell my brand story and get my message out to the masses. Robert Greene outlines several different strategies for discovering your life's tasks, and many of those strategies apply directly to my journey. Returning to your origins, as I did when I was younger, back into storytelling, which means reconnecting with the interests and passions that I had as a child. I had to figure out where I fit in this aspect for my career. And this involves finding my area within the field where I personally feel that I align best. And that goes into Robert Greene's second strategy, which is finding the perfect niche. I know that storytelling and filmmaking is something that I wanted to study, but I realized that documentary filmmaking was the niche that excited me the most. Basketball and joining the military weren't my ultimate calling, but they did give me the necessary skills that I needed to be an effective filmmaker and to work on the set as a team. The fourth strategy is letting go of the past. Sometimes discovering your life's tasks requires you releasing identities and thought processes that no longer serve you. Leaving the military allowed me to redefine who I was, but gave me the discipline to stick to the plan that I wanted for my future. Finding your way back is ultimately the fifth strategy. Your natural talents and interests, they won't go away, they naturally will gravitate to you. And this is something that I actually felt throughout my time playing basketball and in the military. Is my creative skills, my creative writing skills, they will always find a way to resurface, whether it's writing a memo or creating a song in my spare time. The need to create and tell a story in some fashion was always there, so I had to return back to those roots to really understand my life's calling. My dream career has become a documentary filmmaker, a narrative filmmaker, just be able to create different works of art on film that people can enjoy and turn it into a network and become a media producer who creates impactful stories and culture through science and society all on screen. Eventually, I hope to build that network that represents human culture and our expressiveness as a whole, not just as segmented between race and demographic. To move forward towards this goal, I've set 2 SMART goals that I will accomplish over the next week. My first SMART goal is to schedule at least 3 to 5 networking conversations with Full Sail students or professionals in the film, media, and technology world. This goal is specific and measurable because it requires 5 conversations, and achievable because Full Sail provides access to many talented individuals in many different career fields that can help me and I can help them accomplish goals. My second goal is to develop a new documentary concept and outline 3 proof of concept video projects. This will allow me to continue to practice storytelling while building and maintaining a professional portfolio. Every filmmaker has their origin story. Mine began with curiosity, moving around the world as a young child, and observing how different people live life. For a while, I lost my path while trying to follow expectations and pursue goals that weren't mine. But returning to the creativity and curiosity I had as a child, I realized something important. Storytelling was never just something that I enjoyed. It's something that I meant to do. And filmmaking is how I plan to share those stories with the world. Thank you.